is 6:45. I'd like to call this Town of Plainfield Pension Board meeting to order for March 9th, 6:45 p.m. And I ask if you would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Tendrich.
Cunningham.
Gagne.
Cathy, do it.
And we are missing our representative from the board. And item C, to approve the minutes of the February 10th, 2020 meeting. You may have a chance to read through that.
I have no questions on it.
I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from February 10th, 2020.
A second?
I'll second that.
Okay, a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And this is a retirement request. Should this not be new business?
Why is it under rules?
It's okay. That's okay. All right,
It's
so
supposed to be under new.
under new business, there is consider an act on retirement request from a town employee. We do have one. I'll look over it myself very quickly. Taking this is the monthly. This is the full-time full dispatch on this first one of that. Okay. Chance to read through already? So we have in front of us a individual who wants to do a pension, a retirement for $226.21, and that would be Eileen McKenna. We've all read through the documentation at this point. Does anybody have any questions?
When did that say it started?
April
So that
1st.
when we make the motion.
April 1.
Yeah, April 1. Start date of 2020. Entertain a motion for retirement payment starting April 1st for the pension payout monthly of $226.21 for Eileen McKenna.
I'll make a motion to accept a retirement request for Elaine McKenna to begin on April 1st, 2020 in the monthly amount of $226.21.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And then any other at this time? We don't have any other items for discussion for that. Open forum. And a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn. I'll second that.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
6:49. Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to the Board of Selectmen meeting for March 9th, 2020 at 7 p.m. I ask you to please rise to the Pledge of Allegiance.
of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cathy Tendrich.
Gagne.
Item C is to approve the minutes from February 24th, 2020. Got a chance to read through that.
The only question I have is regarding the bid for the roof. Were you able to get any legal opinion on that?
Yes, I did. I talked to the attorney about that, and I do have a document somewhere here. But we do have a legal opinion, and he's basically stating since the town has the right to refuse the bid based on when it came in, that we have a right to also cancel the bid and redo it. So I do have that document for you if you'd like to see it after.
Yes, please.
Okay. So that was the answer I got back from
And
that.
what attorney was that?
This is Richard Cody.
They have no other questions regarding
The case is a motion to approve the minutes from February 24th.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from February 24th, 2020.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Into public comment. Is anybody here for public comment tonight?
I have a question, actually.
If you wouldn't mind just stating your name for the record.
Naomi Smith.
Thank you.
On the roof, what was the problem with the contract? I know you stated in one of the previous meetings there was an issue with the first contract. What was the issue?
The issue was the bid. The bid that came in was incorrect because when we went back eventually to the person who put the bid in, he told us that the number was not correct. So we have the right to refuse based on what it was.
Was it too low or was it too high?
It was way too low. You couldn't even do the job for that price.
So we don't go to the second bidder, we're just going to put it back out with the bond?
We actually went back and contacted every bidder to explain what happened, and they had no problem with actually going out. We put it out to another pre-bid recently, and instead of the 5 we got the first time, this time we had 14 different companies that came forward.
Okay. And now, are you going to be looking for any kind of bond?
It'll have a bid bond on it.
No, I mean after the process, once you accept the next bid with the contract, are you going to also look to bond this job?
Bond the construction, yes.
Absolutely. And is Cathy going to play more of an intricate part in the bidding process this time with reviewing the contracts? Because she was very clear in the meeting that that contract was incorrect. And this gentleman wasn't doing the town solid. And there was some comments that were made that were quite concerning as a resident reviewing the video. So I'm just wondering, are you also going to be reviewing these contracts?
All 3 of the selectmen review the contracts.
Okay, good.
Any other public comment?
June Gagne, Central Village. I'd just like to comment that I think the roof should have been taken care of last year.
Any other public comment? Hearing none, we go into old business, which at this point we have none. Item F, which is new business, consider an act on tax refunds for the tax collector totaling 2607 as follows. Luna, Bell-Sin for 2607.
I'll make a motion to act on the tax refund of 2607 for Luna Valson.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item number 2, consider an act on adding a new member to the Charter Revision Commission. Recently, at the last meeting, mentioned that there was another person who had dropped off of the Charter Revision Commission because they moved out of town. Since then, someone else had posted an email to me, and you have a copy of that there in your packet. It is a vacancy for the town Charter Revision Commission, and this person has done work before with Charter Revision, so was looking to see if they can get on. If you have read through that, you know the person's name is Frank Mills. And I always want to know what your pleasure is this time.
So was it in the town of Plainfield that he was on the charter commission?
He said he was on charter revision. I don't remember him in this town, so he's very recently moved in, so I think he must have been in another town he's at.
I'll make a motion to accept Frank Mills onto the charter revision.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And number 3 is discuss and reflect on Plainfield Ag Commission's accomplishments in 2019. I finally got it on the agenda.
Great.
Okay.
From here? Perfect. So Jenny Kipsikevich, I'm the chair of the Ag Commission. Thank you very much for inviting me tonight. We wanted to just celebrate some of what we did last year in 2019. In 2019, we raised $2,560 for our scholarship through raffles and donations. Our scholarship was awarded to a graduating senior in the region. I say region because we know that agriculture knows no boundaries. So while we give first priority to Plainfield residents, it is open to anyone in the region who is a graduating senior pursuing a degree or career that supports agriculture. So they need not be seeking out a post-secondary education. They could be looking to become a truck driver, perhaps for Agrimark, or an electrician who might support milking parlors, for example. So we awarded in December our 4th annual scholarship. Our scholarship is $500. Isabella Naiman, who is a Sterling resident, she graduated from Cunningham High School, and she is pursuing a degree in environmental horticulture at the University of Maine. Previous recipients who've earned this degree earned this award have gone on to pursue animal science and agricultural law. Super exciting. 2 have been Plainfield residents, by the way. In March of last year, we had our 4th annual winter market. It was held at Shepherd Hill Elementary School. We had outgrown our space here at the town hall. It's always good when you get so big that you outgrow space. It was also very difficult for our vendors to access the auditorium here. Many of our vendors are bringing in items that are incredibly heavy, such as our meat producers. And while they were very patient and gracious, we just made the decision that utilizing one of our local schools was the best to meet our needs. We had 47 vendors participate in last year's market. That is not just Plainfield vendors, that is regional vendors, and it did also include nonprofits. Every year we try to put on community outreach programs. Those are events that our commission agrees upon based on community need or requests. Last year we had Nutmeg Wildlife Rehabilitation Center come and present in April. We spent a lot of time last year pursuing an outreach for hemp. As everyone knows, hemp is Connecticut's newest crop. So while this did not happen in 2019, we did spend the bulk of 2019 trying to find someone to present for us, and that event did happen last Thursday here at the town hall. It was unbelievably informational, and it was attended by a bulk load of farmers as well. I think people are not only interested in what it's all about, but I think farmers in the region are also interested in perhaps how it could benefit and diversify their farms. Last year, we also participated at 2 community events. We came and had a booth at Celebrating Plainfield Day on August 3rd. That is an opportunity for our commission to celebrate agriculture in general and inform the public. We did have a small sheep craft, so for anyone who stopped by, every child got to make a pom-pom sheep. And I will revisit and rethink what craft I do next year. We also had a float in the VJ Day Parade, which this year we hope to expand and have it be a little more interactive with perhaps some sort of handout to the community. We just haven't quite figured that out. So looking ahead, we will be having our 5th annual winter market. It will be on March 28th, so here's my shameless plug for our commission. We invite everyone from the region to come attend it. Like I said, it is on March 28th at Shepherd Hill Elementary School from 10 to 2, and we are already at the approximately 50 vendor numbers. So come out, celebrate agriculture, support local business.
Very good. So one more time, the Winterfest 10 to 2. Would you go a little over based on the crowd size? If it comes to that?
So we really try to respect our vendors. So we have very strict criteria for our vendors for arrival, so they can start right at 10. The 2 o'clock is because we want to be respectful of their time. I would like to add that that is where we raise the bulk of our funds for our winter market, for our agriculture scholarship. So come, bring cash, buy some raffle tickets. We have, if you have never attended the event, we have an amazing amount of raffles. Every vendor has to supply a raffle for our raffle opportunity. So we just ask that you come out, celebrate us, celebrate agriculture, and support local business.
And another shameless plug, your regular meetings for the Ag Commission are?
The 4th Monday of the month, so if anyone's willing to forego coming to the Board of Selectmen meeting, you are more than welcome to join us downstairs in the community room.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very active. There was one other item I wanted to know if I can make an addition on, if I could have a motion to add item 4F, to consider an act on adding a new member to the Conservation Commission.
I'll make that motion, that item 4F,
Okay.
that's going to,
I'll second that, to add item 4F, to add a person to the Conservation Commission.
A motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So this request came in from Adrian tonight, and Adrian sent an email and I replied back right away, very happily, because we have a few openings on that commission. So if you've read through the document that the email that I received, I think it's an excellent addition onto that commission. So we've been doing a lot of work with conservation, with outdoors. It looks like you've done a lot of work. So if you wouldn't mind just stepping up for just 1 second, just to introduce yourself, that would be great.
I'm Peter Paulson. What more do you want to know?
Well, I mean, the public would like to know about you, so if you
of
can give us
course.
a brief bio.
Okay, so I grew up in Norwich actually, so long background in hiking, because there's actually quite a bit of hiking to do in Norwich. But I moved here with my 3 children almost 4.5 years ago to be closer to my partner's family. And I have enjoyed the hiking, and the land is available here to enjoy, but it would be nice to see that expand in terms of availability of access, that kind of thing. I recently attended a Conservation Commission meeting. I also recently earned a Master of Public Health degree from Southern Connecticut State University, so I have hands-on experience as well as academic training in reviewing grants, grant applications, reviewing data analysis reports, preparing data analysis reports, preparing presentations of a different broad variety of things. So I believe I have an extensive background in reviewing different kinds of materials, ranging from legal documents to documents that are prepared for the public to digest. Currently I'm looking for work, although I've just landed a few interviews all in this area in the field of public health. So that's my background.
Thank you very much. So, do you have any questions for Adrian other than what you see here in front of you? I'll entertain a motion to add Adrian Paulson onto the Conservation Commission.
So I'll make a motion to add Adrian Paulson on to the Plainfield Conservation Commission.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. There's some other item on here I just wanted to share with you. We have been, the Connecticut Cable Advisory had reached out to the town. We usually have 3 representation. They haven't had that in a long time. It's difficult to find people, so I wanted to make that announcement. If anybody's interested in it, you can give me a email or a call, and I can talk to you about what the Cable Advisory Committee does. They are representation from our town to listen to issues concerning the cable and how it's operated and what events could happen on the cable system. So years ago, there used to be a small cable show. There's a lack of interest at this point, but people are still interested in it, so I do want to put that out there to the public. If they're interested, there are 3 positions. One person would be from the Board of Education, and 2 people basically from the remaining portions of the town. So if there's anybody interested, you can give me a call and we can talk about that. The same, so to speak, is the next one, which is informational. We're looking for people to serve on different boards and committees. This is a letter sent to us from the Connecticut Water Customer Advisory Council. We need a representation for that, and I can go into more detail about what that does, but they're communicating with the customers and relationships and how things are working within Plainfield, so that's another person that we're looking for to convene onto this committee or council, so we're looking for that as well. One more piece of information was that I just got off a phone call. The state of Connecticut is working to spread out information on the coronavirus, COVID-19. So what I'm going to be doing is, from that information that we received today, was talking about the impact to your towns or cities, what the areas are for concern, and I'm going to be putting up some documentation up onto the town website on the front page. So that pretty much today was every other phone call that came in was what's going on, what's the information that's available. There are a lot of links, but sometimes it's hard to find all the different pieces. So I'm going to see if I can put something together for the town website, put it up onto the front page, where the links are, and as the information comes into the town of Plainfield from the state of Connecticut, we are going to be trying to update that on a regular basis. They are talking about how they're going to be having possibly weekly calls. I know I also have a meeting on Friday with the Northeast District Department of Health and our emergency management support person, and we're going to be going over to the Northeast District Department of Health. While it's not a public meeting, the information we'll get from that is going to be brought back again to the town, and I'll see what I can do to update the residents on the front page. So there's a lot of concern. I can see what's obviously by listening to what's going on in the news and what the calls are coming into the town. We are very concerned, so we want to make sure that the public is aware of what's happening. At this time, as long as they're in communication with us and telling us what's happening and how we're going to be able to be supported, I think we can just turn that information around and give it right to the public. So that was about an hour and a half of different towns and cities putting their input in and asking questions, which I thought was a good back and forth. So with that, those are the other issues. Anything under G, which is other? If not, then anything in the open forum. And with that, we ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
7:18.
February 24th.
I'll second that.
A motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. And on new business, you'll see item 1, which is award a bid for replacement pump at the North Plant. These issues do occur. We did put it out to bid. You have in your packet there a list of the bid. We had one bidder. And they were guesstimating a higher number, so this actually came in a little lower, which I out. So if you would like to review the bid itself, this is the same company that's worked with the water pollution control.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
It's the
same.
same company.
So they know us very well, and actually, it was a little less than we expected. So it came out all right.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
So I don't have any questions on it because I know that that's who we've worked with before.
Okay.
Um,
So we'd entertain a motion then to accept the bid from New England Pump and Valve for $17,981 for the pump motor drive at the...
I'll make a motion to accept the bid from New England Pump and Valve for $17,981 for the pump, motor, and drive.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
We'll go to other, which we don't have any other at this time. Open forum. Any questions for Water Pollution Control Authority? Hearing none, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
And
I'll second that.
motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 7:21.